So it was a bit of a fiery encounter at the Shay this afternoon. What are your thoughts coming away from today?
Look, a little bit disappointed, but I'd be lying if I didn't know there was a possibility of this happening to us, because the effort they've put in week after week, and obviously last week was immense, and I think it probably took a little bit more out of us than we probably thought. But yeah, I know we're coming. I hoped it wasn't today. Now I hope it is today, if you know what I'm saying there, because we've got to dust ourselves down. We got rattled. We got, there were plenty of cheap little shots that were in there. Didn't get marshalled on the field, and then we lost his composure a bit, and we got a bit scrappy and tried to take things into his own hands, which obviously he can't do. But the question's got to be asked. We talk about HIAs and all this, and yet one of my players goes down at side of the play of the ball, and yet we'll let the play of the ball carry on. What happens about that? Because we're getting scrutinised about this. We've got to have the footage and be able to show it back to a doctor. Yet one of my players took a knock that hit on the ground. So yeah, there's a few things, but the game wasn't just we lost the game, and we let the occasion and people in control of it control us instead of us controlling his own.
Yeah, we seem to you talk about managing the game. It's something that we did pretty well last week against League. Is it kind of a bit of a disappointment for yourself? Or?
Yeah, we just got rattled. Everybody were at half time. I looked in their eyes and they're gone. They were lack control and composure, and that's what I tried to. That's what I tried to instill into him in the second half, which got a little bit better, but it snuck back in, and we just didn't. We didn't manage ourselves. We didn't manage the game, and how we wanted to play. You saw glimpses of it, and when we did, it caused them lots of trouble. But we didn't do it for long enough, and they had a lot more ball in the first half. The reason they had a lot more ball is because we were indisciplined, and that's the reality. You keep giving them easy yards, then they're going to come back and challenge you, and they're playing well. Credit to them, they're playing well, but we didn't manage ourselves. We didn't manage the game. We didn't manage the people who run the game.
As we all know, Tyler Dickinson, a massive part of the forward pack, a bit touch and go today, but didn't play. Yeah,
and he's been outstanding. He's been outstanding. He's outstanding, and he just wasn't quite right. So there was no way I was going to risk him to knock him back. So yeah, he should. Hopefully, fingers crossed, be all right for next week. Yes, Guzzi got his first game for a number of weeks. Yes, and he's out of position a little bit insensitive, but he's done that before for us. So yeah, good to get him back. But yeah, we're a little bit busted as we were from the week before. But hopefully, there's a couple of people potentially Bauer as well. Hopefully, could be back for next week as well. So. Yeah, a bit of soul searching, a bit of a reality check, because you can't just turn up and expect. We got that today, and hopefully now we can have a look at it, assess it, refocus ourselves, reset ourselves into a bit of a emotional return to home, back to Sheffield. So that's the next game. Can't wait for that. Disappointed today, but. I'm sure we'll be right for next week.
Yeah, 8 days instead of 7 days to wait until the next game, but they don't get much bigger.
No, and it can't come quick enough, can it? Especially when you've had a performance like that you're not happy about, when the boys are a little bit down in there, which is good. It means the care, and you can see it with the care. They're in this together, and a terrible shot there on Joel, and then people's in there and reacting. You can see how close-knit they are, which is a good thing. But also a bad thing as well. We just need to handle be a bit more composed and not let's get rattled, because it'll happen again. If we don't learn, then we'll be sat in the same place talking about the same sort of things.